Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Here's your executive summary. Treasury Secretary Bessent just triggered a massive gold rally by doubling long-term bond buybacks, pushing the metal up 3% to $4,550. Walmart shares slide 7%, despite beating estimates as pharmacy headwinds slow U.S. comparable sales to the weakest pace in nearly 6 years. Trump's approval hits 33% as the Iran war drives gas above $4 and inflation back to 3.4%. Let's break down the Treasury move. Secretary Bessent announced the department will double its buybacks of government bonds in the 10 to 30-year range. That sparked an immediate 3% rally in gold to around $4,550 per ounce, while the Van Eck Gold Miners ETF spiked more than 9%. Citi's global macro team issued a base case target of $5,000 for gold over 6 to 12 months, with a bullish scenario at $6,000. The rationale? A weaker dollar from reduced compensation for long-duration Treasury purchases. The U.S. national debt just broke through $40 trillion on the same day. But here's the contrarian view. J.P. Morgan strategists warn the buyback may ultimately fail to lower long-term yields. They argue Bessent is treating symptoms, not root causes. The U.S. is running a 6% budget deficit despite near full employment. Without real fiscal consolidation, markets could view the action as lacking credibility and drive yields higher over time. On to retail. Walmart shares fell roughly 7% after reporting Q2 revenue of $187.9 billion, up 5.8% year-over-year and beating estimates. But U.S. comparable sales excluding fuel grew just 2.6%, the lowest rate since Q4 2020. The culprit? Medicare drug price regulation changes hammering the pharmacy unit. Now the political risk. President Trump's approval rating dropped to 33%. Matching his lowest level from December 2017. The decline stems from the Iran war that began in February and its economic fallout. Gas prices have surged from under $3 to over $4 per gallon, while year-over-year inflation climbed from 2.4% in February to 3.4% currently. Trump announced what he called the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. Iran is deepening ties with Russia and China through BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Quick hits before the bell. A.M.D. agreed to acquire Taalas for its HC1 chip, specialized to run only Meta's Llama 3.1 model. And Dallas Fed research warns current data centers have already pushed wholesale electricity prices up 2 to 6% nationwide, with generation costs projected to rise 20 to 30% higher by 2028. Bitcoin is trading at $71,889, Ethereum at $2,287. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. Check us out at capitalcopilot.io.